2, 1, fight!
It's really amazing for a brand new team. They've got a big wheel in the center, 6-wheel drive, big wheel in the center with the wheels being offset, and so it should be able to steer and turn. And they're kids, so they already know how to drive. That's the thing you got to worry about.
But as far as strategy goes, I think our wedge is going to be lower. Right. I think Billy's drum is going to be able to get some corners. I think that if it doesn't go to knockout, it'll probably be really close, because it looks like it's just going to keep coming and coming, unless we can get a corner and get some pieces starting to come off of it.
I've seen theirs. Theirs is pretty scary as well, because that wedge looks like it's got a lot of power to it, and the drum's pretty scary too. I'd probably focus on putting one to the wall and switch back and forth. Try to just run into them as hard as I put them into the wall, and then switch to the next one.
I can imagine Billy's a little nervous at this point.
Right, and if they really can't spin up Death, which is the drum-based, the larger kind of drum-based bot, if they really can't spin that up and get it up to speed, they're not going to do much damage against Gruff, which is a big wedge with a lifting arm that can probably do a bunch of damage.
Yeah, and
I think that Gruff has a good chance against them.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sam, the builder, did this as his senior project, his senior engineering project.
How neat.
So yeah. And here again, we talked earlier about education institutions, and he had trouble getting it through, for a different set of reasons. They just weren't as sure. But I think now that they've seen the thing, seen its run, and that he did the thing, and I don't know what grade he got, but I'm assuming it's an A+.
And people have talked over the last day or two about the fact that a lot of times university teams or new teams that come in and they're ready to go, but then they just don't know what they're doing, and they get beaten right away, and then they never come back, and that's just heartening.
It's not a sport for everybody. I mean, you really need to be able to have it completely handed to you and like it, because that's how you learn stuff. Yeah, and that's part of the deal.
Learn by failure, people. That's what this is about, learning by failure.
Yeah, and you fail, and it's a great thing for life, because life doesn't always go smooth, and you need to handle the upsides and the downsides.
It looks like everybody's ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're starting.
Here we go.
That arm is going.
The arm's going. The drum's going.
The drum's going.
Drum's driving well. Now they're doing an interesting thing. They're focusing completely on the drum.
The wedge is underneath Gruff. It's small too, so that lifting arm on
great.
Gruff
The little
is not really
Taxes is doing a great job of pushing around that much heavier, much stronger robot.
Yeah, and this is their strategy. They'll get the wedge underneath the big, heavy robot, and then give the big drum, the chance to get in there and do some damage.
Yeah, Gruff's armor is holding up well against the drum. He's doing a good job of getting that front end, which is the larger armor, into the drum.
Yeah, I think that they've got Death and Taxes has got to be pretty happy so far. Death is working a lot better than it did yesterday.
Yeah, they're really executing the strategy they talked about.
There are pieces of Gruff flying.
Gruff is showing no fear whatsoever.
No. But Gruff is driving pretty well now that they're getting used to the multi-bot attack.
Yeah, and that was a perfect example where Taxes just drove into the drum.
Yeah, and that's one of the things as a multi-bot you want to be.
It looks like Taxes took a fair... No, he's running. It looked like one of his sides was down, Yeah,
as a multi-bot, you want to be clear and not do damage to yourself.
Yeah.
That self-inflicted damage.
Right, especially when the other part's a big, nasty drum spinner.
Looks
like interesting.
Death stuck.
The drum spinner is stuck under.
That is Death, right.
Wedged, a really interesting wedge under the vice bar. Okay, so Death is called an unstick.
That Death looks fairly well wedged into the wall there.
Yeah, here we go again. Chiropractors in the audience, turn your backs.
I mean, the drivers aren't touching the controllers right now, obviously, but there is always the small possibility that the robot could go rogue. So
That's a little.
We have
That's a
no
live
rogue.
robot.
Yeah,
That is,
there is the danger, and especially when something is wedged in, you don't know
Yeah.
whether something has gotten stuck under pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
And whether something will break free. So
And now the
luckily
Gruff's
nothing
wheels are on
happened
the
there.
ground.
Once again, an
We'll
unstick was
close the doors,
successful
lock it
without
up,
any
and it
damage
looks
to
like
the
that was
human
their
beings
one
in the
free
arena.
unstick for the
Right, we're
fight.
going to clear the arena. The robots will
Stuck
space
again,
back, and this will
they are
start up on the
clock. They
countdown.
have to keep
Yeah.
fighting that way.
Interesting match so far. You got it.
Very interesting
Everybody
match.
seems to be doing what they planned on.
Yeah.
Gruff is doing what he planned on. Death and Taxes are doing what they planned on.
two,
Very rare in robot fighting that happens.
Keep that drum off of taxes. Gruff is driving very well.
Yeah.
There goes the wedge. Driving
Taxes
Gruff
is
into
doing
the
a
wall.
great job of getting under and pushing it around.
And the tires are still spinning, but still something has come loose.
Let's
on
see
that.
these two bots.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice hit to Gruff.
That was
by
a
Death.
chain. That was a chain hanging off of Death.
Yeah.
So he's lost.
Oh,
He's lost one of the motor drives on his drum, but he's still spinning.
we've got the wedge.
Nice pile in the corner.
Death is
Nice
now
pile.
underneath Gruff. There we go.
I'm extremely impressed with Death's ability to push that around.
Taxes just went flying. There are pieces that flew off of it there, but still running well.
Yeah, we're looking at drum problems on
30
Death
more
right now.
seconds. Taxes just wedged
It's
Gruff.
amazing to watch this little tiny robot pushing around this much larger robot.
I know. I
There's
love
something
about
about
watching it.
Gruff's skirt design that if he gets lifted slightly, his wheels come off the ground. And so Tax is able to push him around because then he's just pushing against a friction.
Yep. The teamwork there is,
Yeah.
is really amazing.
Yeah, this is one of the best multi-box fights I've seen in a long time. These guys are really doing what they planned on.
Taxes is nicely underneath Gruff
Yeah.
for the end of the match. Gruff just took a
Yeah,
nice hit.
Death looks like it could use a break.
The fight is over.
Yeah. Well,
fight
a lot
is
of
over.
good hits in
Good
that one. That
fight.
was great. I mean, a great example of people executing the strategy.
Yeah. What do you think? As a whole, this match, I think it was very well matched.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the fact that the drum quit that goes against them, that they were able to take that chain off the drum, it didn't seem to run as well as it
Yeah.
should be. But you got to hand it. I mean, the little one, I keep getting confused, but Taxes pushing around Gruff, that was amazing. That was great video to see that. And multiple times, Dick was able to get around, get his wheels off the ground, and pretty much do whatever he wanted with
Yeah,
them.
just take Gruff and move
Yeah.
him around the arena wherever he wanted
Yeah,
to. It was
very
a-
cool.
Death and Taxes. Billy, how do you feel after that fight?
Great, and we get to buy pie.
You get to buy pie.
Right. So the Gruff team and us, we were having pie last night. And we decided that since we were fighting today, the winner of the fight got to buy pie. for dinner.
That seems like a pretty good deal. Pie is always good.
We were going to win either way.
Yeah. How do you feel about the driving? Again, your wedge Taxes did an amazing job just pushing Gruff around the floor.
Well, we wanted to be able to just have kind of an annoyance that would keep poking and have the other bot be able to come in and deal in the big blows. I think we got some really good shots on him, and the little wedge showed that it could still push around the big guys.
Absolutely. And Death seemed to do much better than the last fight. Do you think all the work that you did this morning and last night made the difference?
Yeah, we have a new electronic system in this robot that we haven't taken to any combat tournaments before, so we're still working the kinks out. I think we can still turn it up another notch.
All right. Well, good luck getting it back together. I saw some parts flying off there, so for your next match, good luck.
Yeah, it'll be no problem.
All right. How do you feel about the match overall? I think Gruff did a great job.
I think it did a good job too. I think it was fun.
Yeah. How did you feel fighting against the multi-bot? Was that a challenge for you?
We were at a disadvantage going into it. It's hard to face two opponents at once, even if they are smaller.
Yeah. The wedge seemed to get right underneath you and move you around, but you got in some good shots.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? You're done for this round. You're done for this competition. Are you gonna come back again?
Definitely.
You guys addicted to the bot fighting yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Well, we hope to see you again, and congratulations. You guys fought really well. People really didn't know how to take you or how you were going to perform. So I think overall you guys did a really great job.